I don't know how this is going to land, but could be a generational thing, could be this cycling back now on the spiral path to versions of myself as a teenager and things, and I'm of a generation of, like, didn't have phones till we were, I don't know, like 18, 17, and at the minute my patience, my temperance for certain things is decreasing a lot as I continue to unplug from the matrix. I think I'm already unplugged, but there's still things that like are being processed in my brain, and finding communication quite difficult. My blueprint is sound, and so for me the voice is always going to be the most important confirmation or connection to somebody or an experience. The sound and the physicalness of it, that's just me as a primal being, I guess. Cave woman style is I remember things from taste, touch, smell, a sensorial experience over words. And so when people don't make time, or this generation, or this kind of where we're at in society, what I was going to use the word upset, but what I'm observing, because I don't really want to attach emotion to it, although it is pushing me away, is that back in the day we just would pick up the phone and call friends, and at the minute I get some people are in different worlds, and so planning and timing and scheduling has to happen, and ultimately, you know, a lot of us are levelling up in our 202, in our kind of independent reflections and moving through challenges by ourselves, making decisions and hard choices by ourselves without needing to seek advice from the outside world, because this is part of our empowerment, like individual personal empowerment. This is not to say we don't share things and we can't feel supported by a loved one, lover, friends, community, but ultimately it's an individual path. So if we so choose, other people don't want that, and that's fine. And I think that is part of the 3D, 5D split, ascension, whatever the words are around, whatever's happening at the minute, but there is something happening that is pushing, and I don't want it to be divisive because there's already enough of that in the world. So it's an energetic frequency that will push the people who are dedicated to a path of continually trying to evolve, like I was speaking to a brother yesterday and we were talking about the human experience as an expansive experience, like it is a game. You come here to win is because we evolve and adapt. You know, it's evolve or repeat. And at the minute, you know, I don't seem to have time. You know, I've never really been at a text conversation, you know, I just think if people want to connect or have a true, pure, loving interaction with someone, and also, you know, needing to look at someone in the eyes or hearing the voice, the tonality we talked about again with my brother yesterday, it's important. Like for me, that's how I will understand mood and intention, like rather than the texting and the back and forth, and it's just not needed, it's unnecessary, it's like time filling. And 355, and obviously there'll be lots of people that interact, but I know that I used to use voice notes a lot and do a lot of things like that to stay in touch with people. But then as you realise, you know, you can't always be the one to reach out, so you pull back and see whose energy gets left, especially when you're going through a dark period. So, you know, the people who have you in their hearts bother, and other people that prioritise different things in their life, not me, which is absolutely fine, teeter off, and, you know, we live different lives, not necessarily with any beef or blood, but it's just like frequency change, frequency gap. And just like that sort of silent tumbleweed moment in my consciousness of that person and memory, like I'll probably be that to them, you know. It's just sort of the mirror, the polarity, the duality thing. So with us moving into, I guess the point is, I don't know what they're trying me to say, is to talk about this new language that we're coming into, whether it's telepathic 505 or whether it's frequency or telekinesis or something, there's a language that is being born or birthed and has been when we've been in deep past life connections and soul fam, soulmate, platonic energies. There is a language that we're being birthed now, and a lot of us are trying to anchor into it, that it's not about words. It's about the sensory experience, the intimacy of physical presence, and of somebody making time for you rather than letting things unravel without any kind of desire. And I don't mean forcing, but from my perspective as a divine feminine, up to a certain point until I can expand into union and have other gifts present themselves with that balance, is that it's that I'll be looking at it from a receptive perspective, and then the masculine will be doing more of a sort of hunter, giving me hunter gatherer kind of energy. And I guess I would like to embrace and invite this new world without many words. I'm not saying don't have deep conversations and when you're high things go out the window or whatever, but because it's decreasing, like the more we go and have text conversations, blah 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 blah, back forth, or someone trying to get our attention by like so many words, trying to express themselves, but not actually giving, I'll say me, and this the time to interact live and direct. It feels quite secondary. And I think when you want to anchor into goddess energy and you want to anchor into quality relationships, and you want to be secondary to sort of anybody, so as I would like to be intentional and prioritise certain relationships in my life, 744 before, then that is the level of reciprocity that I want to interact on. And so I don't think anybody that doesn't have me considered as a, someone special in their life, I won't be feeling that either. And so, the text thing and the needing to interact, to stay connected, for what reason? For what reason? Because we don't use time to prioritise the people. We just use this secondary device to just be like, to stay in touch, which okay is cool, and it's part of modern communication. And I met many people on Instagram, and I know that they're ride or dies for life, but I'm just airing some thoughts about language and words becoming pompous and just over explaining ourselves, rather than just sitting in someone's presence, energy, reading the energy. So don't really know, but anyway, 909.